So for this project, I chose to make a slant board for our assistive technology piece. And so what a slant board is basically an elevated clipboard. So it has like a bottom part that helps stabilize the clipboard itself at an angle. They're plastic typically, and my district has looked at investing in some of those, but they're $40 or higher, kind of depending on what you're looking at, so they can get kind of expensive. We don't have a lot of students that need them, so for us, that's something that my district isn't quite ready to invest in when not a lot of students need a slant board. However, you can make them really easy, really cheap with supplies you already have at school. So what I did for mine is I took a copy paper box, so just the box that your copy paper comes in, and if you cut the sides at an angle like this, just a angled piece with a slight flat part to keep it elevated, and if you do that on both sides, you can lay it flat on the table and you can write on it. It's really stable. It doesn't, break or bend unless they push super, super hard, and even then they're still pretty sturdy. One struggle that I found with the slant board is that my students' paper would slide down as they were writing if they weren't able to hold the paper up themselves. So just getting one of those really big rubber bands that are like this long and stretching it across the top, you can slide a piece of paper right under the rubber band and it holds that up for the student. So basically with a slant board, the benefits that it has for my students is teaching them the proper writing position for their body, so knowing that they can sit straight up with a straight back, feet flat on the floor, and it also helps them with their pencil grip and their wrist and hand positioning while they're writing, because they are able to write at that angle. A lot of my students really like to use the slant board because they don't always hold the paper with their non-dominant hand, so when they write, the paper flies all over the place, and that rubber band really helps keep that paper down. This helps with my students that have a hard time when they write flat on the table. They push really hard for whatever reason, and the slant board helps them be more mindful of that, so they're not pushing quite as hard, and they're taking their time on their writing and focusing more on like their finger spacing or their capitals and periods rather than writing all their thoughts down and pushing really hard and writing perfect letters. So the slant board has been really, really nice to have around. I like that it's cost effective because it's a box. If it breaks and it's tossed around and ripped and whatever, it's simple. You go to at my school, you go to the copy room and you grab another box top and cut the sides, and it's done in 2 to 3 minutes, and you have another slant board ready for another student. And it's been really convenient and something simple to use and really easily adaptable and changed for each student's need. So that's something I enjoy about using the slant board. Here is a picture of the slant board flat on the table so you can see it in action.